Hello, everyone. I am going live today to talk about something that is, well, it's kind of special to me in a way because it's something that I highly value. And it's also something that I've learned a lot from and also learned how to step into and play with. And it's something that I would like to invite those of you that are interested to have in your life if you would like to. It's called the speed of space. So, one of the things that I asked is, what's something that cannot be stopped, that's faster than the speed of light and that never ends? And here you have it. It is the speed of space. So, what do I mean when I say the speed of space? Well, basically, space is something that is cannot be controlled. It cannot be defined. It cannot be confined. It cannot be limited, and it has no structure to it. And space is one of the things that when you add it to anything, it basically expands it. And so, what you have is if you look at the way that something is constructed molecularly, you have like a bunch of molecules basically making up everything in physical reality. And when you add space to that, you get more space between the molecules. Okay. And so things start to become a little bit more fluid. And this works in physical structures, but this also works with like your mental point of view, basically. Okay. So if you add space to thoughts, you get less solidity. If you add space to emotions, you get less solidity. So basically, space desolidifies, undefines everything pretty much. And so when you add space to anything, you increase the speed at which it can change. And so what I've found in my life is that everywhere that I'm able to infuse space, things show up quicker, things happen with greater ease. And it also seems to eliminate those places where you basically function from a solid point of view or from a contracted space. You add space to it, and that tends to expand to the point where it either goes away or it's not an impact on your world anymore. So it's pretty cool. One of the things that I've also found is that you can actually move through space in a different way. So some of you might have found that, if you're like driving from one place to another, you get there in a way shorter period of time than what you were supposed to. And that's basically where you're folding space. So you're moving through space in a different way. And it's got a lot to do with your point of view. If you have no point of view about how much time it takes to get somewhere, you can get there quicker. And it's also the way that you move through space energetically. So if you think about, a solid structure moving through space, it tends to have more resistance. When you have something that moves through space because it moves through space with more ease because there is less density and less solidity there, it has more ability to pass through and move with much greater ease. And that's what happens when you start to add space. So, uh, this is something that I'm really interested in because basically what I've found is if there's any areas of your life where you're functioning from a limitation or a fixed point of view, adding space is something that really helps. Now, what do I mean when I say add space? Well, basically, what you can do is just get the sense of whatever it is that's solid in your life right now, okay? And get the sense of the molecular structure of that. Now, generally, things that are solid, that are not changing, say, for example, you've got, I don't know, a financial difficulty or a relationship problem or whatever it might be in your life. Okay. And it's got this sense of like, "Urgh," and it just won't change and it's stuck and it's solid. Well, what if we started to pull apart all of the molecules, creating that solidity, and we started to add space in between all the molecules? Okay. And so notice when you pull it apart, things don't feel the same. They have a different sense about them. And so from this place, what you can do is you can actually start to ask the molecules to show up in a different way. And you will start to be able to see things from a different point of view, because you're no longer functioning from that fixed point of view that's keeping that solid and real and in place. So one of the greatest ways that you can add space to anything is by asking a question. And a true question that has no need of an answer, it opens the door to more questions and more possibilities and more choices. Okay, so you ask a question and you infuse space. So this is something that I am going to be exploring in more depth. Actually, in 2 days' time, I have a call called The Speed of Space. It's a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be playing with on this call, and I wanted to let you guys know about it. It's something that, as an X-Men, which, if any of you don't know, those are the weird, the wild, the wacky, and sometimes they've been labeled with disabilities, sometimes not. The speed of space is something that X-Men basically have as a tool in their arsenal that they can use, and I'm going to be diving in deep and exploring it. So if you'd like to come play, we'll pop a comment, pop a link in the comments below, and you can find the link there. And if not, I hope you got something out of this live. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.